Hi everyone, I'm Terry, and this is the Yarnjoy podcast, episode number 53. Welcome. I have some finished objects, quite a few finished objects today, and a couple of works in progress I was working on as well, and some upcoming information. So let's get started. Okay, so for my finished objects, I have the llama that I was making last week, and I wanted to get it finished to get it to the recipient, and I did finish the llama, and so here she is, or he is. Turned out cute. This time I made a green blanket. I think the last one I made had a yellow one. But I like to use the Caron Simply Soft yarn for the blanket because it's got a nice shine to it, and so I didn't have enough of the yellow this time here to do it, but I had this green. I think it's called Limelight, and so I just used the green instead, but I think it turned out cute. The bulky fuzzy yarn, that is Joann's brand, what's it called? Big Twist, I think, but it's called Buttercream, and that's what I use for that. And then the white is just, I think it's Caron 1 pound white, the worsted weight. So anyway, super cute. Worked up really quick. Okay, and then let's see, my next work in progress. Oh, and I wanted to just tell you that the pattern is by Cassandra Rendon. I believe that's how you pronounce it. But I will have a link in the description box below of all the patterns that I talk about, if there is a pattern. Okay, so there's that one. Okay, so finished object number 2 is the Patriotic lapgan that I was making, and this is a Christmas gift, so it'll be added to, I get to put a hash mark back there on my Christmas list of presents that I've made for the year. And this is the like I said, it's the Patriotic lapgan by Roberta Dooley, and I also did a tutorial to show how to make it. So here it is. I enlarged it, larger than the pattern size, so it's quite large, but it is for somebody that's pretty tall, so so I think it turned out good. I mean, I enjoyed it. I think it's quite colorful. I like the color scheme. I think it's turned out well. I'm happy with it. Oh, if you see these little things dangling up there, that's my fan. They're stars, by the way. Okay, so and I did film the tutorial on how you how you create the border on the blanket. So I did that, and it is posted on my Facebook page. No, not Facebook. YouTube channel is posted, which is part 5 of the tutorial that I filmed for it, that Roberta Dooley, the designer, gave me permission to do. So I have it in both left-handed and right-handed versions of that tutorial. Okay, so that is finished object number 2, and then finished object number 3 is the Christmas character blanket Afghan corner project, Cal, that I'm hosting to any of those that want to join me in making it. The reason I'm making it is to have some Christmas decor to put on my couch during the Christmas season. So this is the May blanket, May Square, the elf. Okay, so I've got him all finished, and I've got all the ends weaved in. And when you finish the square, you're supposed to do a round, all the way around, of single crochets. And so I did that. I have 50 single crochets down with a chain 1 in the corner. And this is a 25 by 25 square grid or graph that you follow, and so if it's 50, I just do 2. I allow 2 single crochets in each of the squares down, so I'd have 50 on all the sides, and then of course, like I said, there's a chain 1 corner. And so in each corner. So there you go. There's that one. Okay, so this one, there is 9 squares in this pattern, and then the top banner and the right and the bottom banner. And so I decided I would do 1 square per month, so the end of the year I'll put them together and have my blanket for my couch. So this is May, well, the end of May, and so I've done 5 squares for the 5 months of the year. And so tomorrow is June the 1st, and so I will be starting, well, then that means that I will be getting ready for the June square. Now, in the blanket, I'm just doing it the order that it's on the website. Oh, and by the way, the pattern is by Sarah Zimmerman of repeatcrafterme.com, I think. But anyway, I'm just kind of doing it in order as how she had released it. And so the 6th square was a gingerbread man, and I decided to switch out that one. She had an additional few squares that you could use if you wanted to switch them out and put a different one. And so the one I decided I was going to do a candy cane, the candy cane square. And so in fact, I found another candy cane square that's also a 25 by 25 grid chart, and I couldn't decide whether or not I wanted to do that one. It's a candy cane, but it was 2 candy canes that were kind of angled together, and it made the hooks, you know, on the candy cane made it look like a heart, the way they had them angled, touching each other, almost touching. And so I didn't know if I wanted to do that one or this one. And so I went over to my Facebook group, and I posted both pictures, and I asked for opinions of the members of the Facebook group, what they thought. And so this one was the one that almost everybody liked, so the majority liked this one. So this is the one I'm going to go with, which is this one. More simple. I think I do agree with my Facebook friends that I think this one will look good. It's simple and kind of goes along with the other designs. So that is the next square I will be doing. But my background, I'm alternating a purple background and then this gray. Well, it's kind of a denim blue-gray, I guess. So the next square I will do will be the purple background. So instead of that blue, it'll be a purple. Okay, so that is my finished object number 3. Got on a big tangent about my next project, next square. But anyway, that's finished object number 3. Sorry. Okay, and then finished object number 4. I finished quite a few things this week. Is more of my granny squares of the 365 Days of Granny Square project. And this is following the tutorials that were posted by Nadia at Yarn Utopia. And so last week I finished up with square number 200. And so the next one is square number 201, right there. I'm really liking the colors of the yarns I picked out. I believe last episode I showed you a group of all the yarns that I picked out for these squares. So they're very happy, cheerful colors. Okay, so that was number 201. This is one 202 right there. 202. There, you can see better. Put my hand back there. Okay, number 203 is that one. Number 204, this one is really going to have a pop of color. And then number 205 is this one. And then my last one for the week is number 206, which is this one. Okay, so that is my finished objects. Okay, now, so since I finished quite a few of the things that I was working on, then my whips, I don't have as many. Well, I still have 4 listed, which I try to show you about 4, but well, I'll show you. Okay, so last week I was telling you that now I needed to pick a background color to put my squares together. And so I decided for, this is the 365 Days of Granny Squares put into blankets. And so this is this will be blanket number 6 of this group. And I was telling you last week, I believe, is that since the colors are so floral looking that I picked out, my husband had suggested using a green background to, you know, for a border, to border them together. So I decided that that would look good. I mean, I agreed with him, and a lot of you also commented and said that you thought it would be good to use a green, and so I'm using a green, and this is Red Heart Super Saver in the color Tea Leaf. Okay, so here's my first 6. I believe these squares seem to be a little bigger because it seems like this blanket is going to be wider, which is a good thing. So there you go. I'll kind of show you kind of a close-up of the colorway. There you go. So, got the first strip put together. And now works in progress number 2 is the Harmony Sample Blanket Crochet Along. This is by Sarah Satch of, well, that's the name of her YouTube channel as well. And each month she's been putting out a new stitch pattern to put into a scrappy blanket, and so she's going to be putting out 12 for the year. And so she just released the one for May, and so I did that. So here it is now. And the section that she had us do was this top row there, or the top. Let's see, I did 4 rows of it, and it's a like a she called it simple shell stitch. So there you go. So there's all of it together. Now I try to do each section. I kind of measure. I'll do a row and I'll measure it, and I'll continue with that pattern until I get at least 3 inches. And so I've been trying to do roughly 3 inches per month. So since this is the end of the month, the 5th month, I should have 15 inches. I have about 14 and a half ish, and so probably what I'll do is the next one, the next stitch group, I will make it taller. I need to make it a little bit bigger to get my stitch my inches, how do I say it? The total inches a little more, because I was thinking if I did 3 inches per stitch pattern, then if there's 12 of them, then that would give me 36 inches, and I was thinking that that would be a good size, because it is about 36, 38 something. I haven't measured exactly, but something like that, inches wide. So I did that one, and so now I won't work on this until she releases the June installment of the stitches, which will be toward the end of June. So okay, and let's see. Okay, and then something else. This didn't have a pattern. I'm just putting it together. Another scrap project. Once a week I take my son to music lessons, and so I sit there and wait for him, and so I always like to grab a bag, one of my bags, to go with me to the lesson, so I can sit there and crochet on something. And at the time, I really didn't have anything that I was working on that I could just take. You know, like the corner to corner blanket. I really have to sit at a desk when I do that. The Christmas squares, because I have the bobbins laid out, so I couldn't take that. It's not portable. And the llama I couldn't really take because I was at the point where I was stuffing pieces, and so I really couldn't take that very well. Very easy. And so I just grabbed the Granny Square scrap project blanket or whatever that I started when I did the Join As You Go method tutorial a month or so ago, I guess it's been. So anyway, I added just 3 more squares. I think I added these 2, this one and the one below it, and then this one at the bottom. I just added those 2. And I showed this last week, and when I was going over my video, I saw that this dangly bit was hanging there, and I was thinking, oh, I wonder if people are wondering, what is that? So I just put this little tag there, and I had the letter H to tell me that I'm using an H hook, because there has been times when I will take a project, if there's a project that I haven't worked on in a while, it's been sleeping, and I need the hook for something else, I'll take the hook and thinking, oh, I'll remember what hook I use, and then I end up not remembering. So, but a further tip about this, I know I've given this tip before, but a further tip, because I ran into this problem, is the fact that I put a capital letter for my H, but if you make an H, capital, just the manuscript capital, the way you make an H, well, if you turn it to the side, it looks like a capital I, and this thing, you know, moves around, and so I was thinking, oh my goodness, is this an H, or is it an I? So, I was really trying to remember, and then I thought, well, I'll do part of a square with one hook, and I'll see if it matches up tension-wise. And so I happened to pick the right hook. It was an H, not an I. So what I did, is I drew a line. You see that I drew a line under that. So that way I know I need to hold it this way, not that way, when I'm reading it. So that's what that is. Okay. No pattern for that. I'm just doing a 4-row basic granny square and attaching with changing colors each round, you know, attaching with the join as you go method that I have a tutorial for. So anyway, let's see. One last work in progress. I just started this last night, so I don't have much done, but I wanted to have something new to show you. And so this is going to be another Christmas present. So since I finished the Patriotic Lapgan, which is a Christmas present, this is going to be the next Christmas present I'm going to be working on. So this will be my third one. And so this is, let me show you. I bought this pattern. The pattern is by Carolina Guzman, I think you pronounce it that way. And it is a robot organizer, and I thought it was super cute. You can hang it on the back of a car, like the driver's seat in a car, or the passenger seat, you know, the front row seat. And then it's got these pockets. Looks like a robot. And those gear things right there, those are pockets. So you can put colored pencils, action figures, anything, snacks or whatever for the boy or girl that is sitting in a car seat or whatever in the back seat, and they can store their little things, and you can use it for, you know, road trips or whatever. But I just thought that was super cute. I'll zoom it out again, the picture, so you can see it again. I just thought it was so cute. It is a paid-for pattern, but I just thought it was worth it. I thought it was super cute, and in fact, I bought this pattern, and I also bought another pattern. I don't have the picture for you, but because I haven't started that one. But it's a amigurumi of a robot, and it's matching the same colors and everything. It matches this hanger. So I just thought that was super cute. Now they did have it, I don't have that picture, but if you looked at the pattern pictures, they did have one where it showed where they had it hanging like on the side of a, or like in a nursery, you know, and a little boy's nursery, I guess on the wall or the changing table or whatever to put supplies in. But I just thought it was super cute. So that's what I'm working on. Like I said, I just started. This is going to be the body part, and I'm making this in Red Heart Super Saver, and it just says blue. Something, I don't remember where I got that, but I've had it for a while, and so I just started working on it. These markers are marking how many rows. This is the top. So this is row 10, and then this is row 20. So I'm using that just to kind of mark my rows. I think I have to do like 47 rows or something like that before I start enlarging for the head part. So this is the body part where the pockets will be on top of that. So anyway, I am using an H hook for that one as well. Okay, so let's see. That's all my works in progress that I've actually physically worked on and did anything different to. So I wanted to show you those. Okay, so now upcoming, I have, last week I was telling you about that I was wanting to do a tip video, and I haven't gotten that done yet because I did the tutorial on the border of the Patriotic Lapgan, plus I needed to get the Llama done so I could get it to the person that I'm doing it for. So I did not get the tip video done, but I'm hoping that I will be able to get that done in a couple of days and then have that up. It shouldn't be a long video, but I'm hoping that it may apply to some people and be of some use to somebody. So anyway, let's see. So that's coming up. And now that tomorrow is June, Jada in Stitches on her YouTube channel, she will be releasing the next section of the calendar blanket that she's doing and releasing each month that I'm participating in. And so I will be working on the new stitch pattern for that blanket, and so I'll be able to show you that next week. And let's see what else. And then I talked about the candy cane square. That one will be for June. I probably won't start that one until I get Jada in Stitches, that section of her blanket, done for the month, and then I will start the candy cane square. And so let's see. Oh, and then also a couple of weeks ago I was telling you that I was doing the Mo of Change, I think it's called, blanket by Frank O'Randall, and I'm doing that. Here's a picture of it. But I'm changing the colors up. This was using a mandala yarn, and the Lion brand, beautiful. I really want to do this one again with the mandala, so you don't have to worry about changing colors. I mean, it just does it on its own. This one I'm doing it in pinks, baby pink, and grays and white. And it would be a Christmas gift, and that just the colors that she likes, that the person's getting it, my niece. And so I couldn't find a mandala yarn except for the unicorn, which I did actually. I don't think you can see. No, you can't see it. It's back there. I did buy one cake of unicorn for something else I'm going to try out of the mandala, but I really couldn't find one that was the pink and grays that I needed, so I'm doing separate colors for that, and so I'm having to change, kind of design the color sequence as I go. And and I had a few of these things that I need to get finished, so I haven't worked on it in a couple of weeks, but I will add that back into my whip group. Sorry, I have a hair I keep blowing because the fan's on. Anyway, so that one should be upcoming, or I should get that worked on, get some more of it worked on this next week. So let's see, that's it. Oh, and then for projects, now I have some acquisitions. A dear friend of mine, hi Joy, if you're watching, she sent me some crochet patterns that I believe they came from possibly her mother. I'm not positive, but I guess they're what you call vintage patterns. My husband was asking me, how come you call them vintage patterns? But I think people usually call that vintage, but really calling it vintage makes me feel really old because these patterns are like from the 70s, 1970s, 75, 74, around there. And to me that's not old because, well, I was a child. I was what you would call a junior high or middle school age. And so I'm thinking, oh my goodness, if you call those vintage patterns, that means I'm vintage? Oh my goodness. Well, I don't know. Anyway, I just want to show you the patterns that she gave me. Some of them were leaflets, like this one was a red heart leaflet. It's a baby blanket, and it's got a heart in the middle of the squares. They're squares. I thought it was super cute. Baby blanket, the patterns, to me, they don't go out of style. I mean, all you have to do is change the colors to more modern colorways. You know, maybe don't want to use the avocado green and gold, what's it called? Gold yellow. right? Cranberry red, you know, or pumpkin orange, all the ones that were from the 70s. Just change them up to this, you know, whatever the modern colorway scheme, whatever the fad is right now, and they are modern blankets. Anyway, so this one is called, it says Lacy Baby Afghan. I don't know if you can see it. This one's a round blanket. Now this one she threw in, it's a fisherman's sweater. It's actually a knitting project, which I'm not that good at knitting, but it may be something to shoot for, I don't know. But anyway, it's part of the group here. And then let's see, this is a Xeroxed, I'm not sure where she got this, but it's a little girl, like a toddler dress that's crocheted. And now this book right here it says 12 Ripple Afghans, Knit and Crochet. And so they're like ripple patterns, 12 of them. And this one, I believe this book was from like 1970 something, 72, or I don't know, no, 74, 1974, ripple blankets. I think those are full-size Afghans. And then I think the rest of these almost are baby blankets, but this is baby Afghans. There's 6 in here to crochet and to knit. This is also in this 1970 something, 74, somewhere around there. And there's some more. Those are some squares, and then you got some chevron type things going on back here. And then this one's called Sweetheart Baby Afghans, and there's 6 of these, and these are all crochet right here. I believe this one though was 1990 something like that. Anyway, nice patterns. I believe this one was from an Annie's Attic catalog, maybe. Okay, and now this one is a book. It's called Teach Yourself to Crochet, and it is, I believe I looked it up, let's see, is 1972. There's quite a few patterns in here. Basic, because it's a Teach Yourself to Crochet. But it's got, I'll show you a couple of pictures here. Look at this right here. It's a little purse, but it's attached to a belt. So is that like the early forms of a fanny pack? I thought that was really interesting, funny. And let's see. We got some baby sets. Those, of course, like I said, they never go out of style. Anyway, very interesting. I love the vintage patterns. It's very cool. Here's just a granny square blanket. So thank you, Joy. I've really enjoyed looking at these pattern books, and I'm definitely going to make some of them. Okay, so that's all. Oh, and then another acquisition, but I haven't acquired it yet. I ordered it. I broke down and ordered some mandala, Lion Brand mandala, not mandala, cupcake, Lion Brand cupcake yarn, because I know that Joann's stores in some parts of the country now carry that. I have not found them here in Texas yet. In fact, I messaged Grace of GB Maltese. Hi, Grace. And to see if she had any of those new colors, or had seen the cupcake yarns over in her part of Texas, but she hadn't either. So they had a pretty good sale on Joann's on Memorial Day, where they had free shipping, and the cupcakes were on sale. Oh, they were a couple of dollars cheaper than the regular price. So I went on there and I ordered 2 colors. A lot of them were out of stock, but I did order 2 colors, 3 cakes of each, and so I'm excited to get those. I don't think they've shipped yet when I checked it, so I don't know when I'll get them, but maybe by next week I'll be able to show you them. One of the colorways is called Happy Dance, which I thought that was so cute. And then the other one is called Pot of Gold. but it's got some blues in it as well. It's really nice colorway, bright and cheerful. And so I'm anxious to get those, and then I can show you those colors. Like I said, a lot of the colors were out of stock, so I was able to pick those two. And so I'm anxiously waiting for those to come in. And I think that's it. I did have, I won a giveaway. I forgot to mention this last week, but Sonia Jones of Sonia Jones Crafts here on YouTube, she had a giveaway when she reached her 500 subscribers for her channel. And so she had a giveaway, a drawing, and I won the drawing, which was a pattern from Ravelry. And so I picked out a pattern, and I don't have it. Let me see, as I'm talking, I'll try to pull it up right quick so I can show it to you. I think I'm right here at my library, and so hopefully I can pull it up right fast. I think it's going to be a very fun pattern to do. Since I have been getting more and more of the Lion Brand Mandala yarn here lately, I wanted to find something that I could that was designed, or yeah, I guess you'd say designed, with using that type of yarn. And so this one, let's see, I'll try to get a good shot of it here maybe. Yeah, this one I'll show you. This example was done in Genie, but the name of the pattern that I picked out as my prize is called, I think, Granny in the Sky with Diamonds, and it is a corner-to-corner pattern, but it's got this diamond pattern, eyelet pattern that's in it. And like I said, this one is done in the Genie colorway that somebody did. Here's another one that's done in the Gnome, which you know that the Gnome colorway is very bright colors, and I think it's really pretty. In fact, I might even do this one in Gnome. But anyway, that's what I picked for my prize, so thank you, Sonia. I was very excited to know that I won, because I don't think I've ever won a giveaway, or pattern, you know, well, of any kind, I guess. But anyway, so that was exciting. Okay, so that's it for this week's episode, I guess. But I do want to thank all my subscribers that I'm getting and continuing to get. I think last week I was at almost 900 subscribers, and I have now hit the 900 subscriber mark and gone past. This morning I was checking, and I was 937, I think, before I started filming. Well, this afternoon. So anyway, I'm almost to the 1,000 mark, which is just, I still can't believe it that anybody would want to come on and watch me just ramble on about all these things. But I'm so excited that I get to talk about the things that I love to do to people, and hopefully maybe I can inspire others to try some of these projects, and I've even had some people say that they've started crocheting again after they saw some of the projects I was doing. So that just really just makes me happy that I can inspire people to pick up the hook again and make some things, and also to inspire people to make objects for charity projects, because I do donate quite a bit of my blankets and the things that I do for the Project Linus organization, besides other things, baby hats for the NICU and different things, but I'm glad that I'm inspiring other people to make more charitable items as well. It's very fulfilling for me to be able to do that. So anyway, if you haven't subscribed, please do, and help me reach that 1,000 mark and beyond. And please like this video. Hit the little thumbs up like button at the bottom here right under me. And so that way my videos get out even farther to people, so then other people can see me as well. I just enjoy making so many friends and things from all over. It's just so exciting, you know. I get to talk to, chat back and forth to people that I would never ever meet, you know, people. across the pond or on the other side of the world. It's just really exciting. It's just, I just enjoy it so much. So anyway, please subscribe, hit that like button if you haven't subscribed. Please subscribe. So I think that's it. I think I've rambled on enough. Thanks for watching, everybody. I hope everybody has a great weekend, and you will see me next week in episode 54. But also, hopefully, I will have the tip video that I will be posting as well. So everybody stay tuned for that. Okay, we'll talk to you later. Bye.